Your favorite fat boys.
Man, I'm on the track, bitch.
Chapstick?
What? Can you tell my lips is ashy? Now I got to go review the videos for that shit.
I was being considerate.
Stop it.
My bad. Oh, I'm starting now. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite fat boy, Jerron.
Stefan, a.k.a. Mayhem, a.k.a. the antisocial injustice warrior, a.k.a. Bend the Knee.
One time, Colin Kaepernick.
2 times for Colin Kaepernick.
So we talking about today, bro?
Today we're going to talk about Jay-Z's entertainment deal with the NFL and how people are viewing that and Colin Kaepernick, the whole NFL situation as a whole.
Yeah, this deal came about this week, and it's been interesting to see those who are supporting Jay-Z, those who are saying, fuck Jay-Z.
It's the rap.
And then all those who are saying, what about Kaepernick? So I think this man came out maybe Monday, and before I decided to to talk about it, I'm like, well, let me wait till everything comes out about it, and then read everything, and then kind of form my opinion about it, and give our 2 cents on it. So I'll start with how do you so what is Jay-Z and Roc Nation partnered with the NFL to bring in like entertainment to the NFL's events, like mainly the Super Bowl, and also work on some social injustice issues with the NFL as well. So, you think that's going to pan out? How you think? How you feel about the whole partnership?
First and foremost, is it the NFL's job to fix social injustice in America?
Good question.
They can't even fix the issues that they got going on in their own NFL league.
And let's break that down real quick.
Well, NFL league? League? Whatever.
The NFL. So their issues are protecting their own players with the CT issue.
Right. So debilitating issues that come from these high impact concussions and hits that their players take every day.
That's an issue.
Domestic violence issues.
Why is that an issue?
Just regular fucking violence issues that go on with NFL players. They can't even fix these issues, and they kind of gloss them under the rug, but yet they're going to fix all of the social injustice and racial issues in America?
And
by partnering with Jay-Z?
Well, if we're going to call a spade, the NFL is kind of racist itself. So
I'm not going to say the NFL is racist. The league isn't racist. Maybe in the top tier of the NFL is pretty racist. I mean, when the vast majority of the players are players of color, I can't call them super racist. But
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I would say I guess from a standpoint of there aren't that many black coaches, there aren't that many black executives, there aren't no black owners.
I mean, when we go down that rabbit hole, then we got to start including everybody. What about the Latinos? What about the Asians?
Well, they can speak up for themselves.
Oh shit, we can't speak for them. My bad.
But granted, yeah, like you only have one Hispanic coach. I'm for everybody. If you qualify, you should have a job. But if you look at the NFL, it's just the way it's structured is like there isn't anybody a minority, except for I think the Jaguars owners. I think he's a Middle Eastern.
I mean, let me preface this conversation with saying that I don't watch sports, so I don't know enough to say that there's not enough black people coaching. There could be. There might not be because I don't watch it.
It's not. It's not a lot. It's like I think it's maybe 3 or 4 head coaches.
I mean, but back to the issue at hand. I don't see what the Jay-Z deal has to do with anything. I mean, yeah, we watched the press conference,
Mm-hmm.
in preparation for filming this, but honestly, they weren't really saying anything. They were kind of dancing around the sombrero there.
Right, because there's no information that's come out about what the deal entails and how they're going to really, how they're going to reform any social injustices, I guess, within the NFL or anything outside the NFL, how they're going to address that. So
Right.
a lot of people are saying that, he sold out, he's a sellout. He's not supporting Kaepernick no more. I believe he supported Kaepernick during his protesting. However, this is something totally separate from that.
I mean, Jay-Z is a business owner. Isn't the point of the business to sell out and make money?
Well, sell out how? Like sell your soul? Like say, fuck everybody that you was riding with?
Well, I mean, whoever gonna give me the most money to do it.
So would you sell out right now?
As soon as I find out what I can sell out with. What you offering? What I got to give?
That's not the answer.
Oh, damn. What the hell? I mean,
but yeah, you have a good point though. He is a businessman, so if his brand Rock Nation is partnering with one of the most popular sports, the NFL, that's just good business,
right? It's just a good business deal from that end. I'm not quite sure what they could do to fix the issues that are plaguing America. I mean, the NFL has absolutely no gains from it, none.
I mean, they make enough.
They're using Jay-Z as just the token to say, look, yeah, we screwed over a couple of players because they were trying to affect our bottom line with that protest bullshit. But look what we got.
I mean, it's essentially a power move on their part to bring in somebody who's very popular, and who is of the culture to kind of like, to be that buffer. So it'd be something different. They brought in somebody who, did, nobody was like really fond of in a sense.
Maybe.
So I think too. Also, people are getting confused. Like Colin's, Colin's his protest, like that. He protested. He sued the NFL. They settled. That situation is overdone with.
I mean, yeah. The thing about the Colin Kaepernick situation is that he is gonna be fine. Yeah, they blackballed him. He didn't get to play, any games in the NFL, but because of him doing this protest. But he got a lucrative shoe deal with Nike, and the NFL settled with him for some undisclosed amount of money out of court. He might not have a job, but that man is fine.
Yeah, I mean,
so now if he wants to, he has all the time in the world to hit the streets, beat those feet, and do some real grassroots protesting.
Yeah, he's definitely contributed to a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Help me.
I don't know what's the statement trying to be.
To different awareness, to different awareness. He has his own Know Your Rights camp and everything. So he contributes to different clubs. He donated $1 million to different awareness groups to help with social injustice and things like that. So he's put his money where his mouth is already.
More power to him.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like people who feel like Jay-Z is betraying Colin Kaepernick by going along with this deal, Kaepernick's fine.
Yeah, I don't feel like he was harmed in any kind of way. He did his thing, and respectively, Jay-Z's doing his own thing. So
right.
It was never about. It'd be something. I guess something different. It'd be more personable if something happened to Jay-Z himself or someone he knew, and Colin was standing up for him, and then he's like, "No, I'm gonna go inside with the NFL."
Right. Yeah. I mean, because at this point, it's not really a sides thing.
A lot of people. That's what the narrative is, though.
Again, because Kaepernick is out of the NFL. He settled his court case with them for some undisclosed amount of money. There's no longer a side. Because as soon as Colin Kaepernick decided that he was going to settle and he wasn't going to fight to keep his job and play in the NFL,
mm-hmm.
he chose the side that he wanted to choose as well. And this side was, I'm going to go do my thing. I'm going to take your money and I'm going to go do my thing.
So, much love to Colin Kaepernick. I don't know if he'll play in the NFL again. I think the NFL made their stand on him, so they let Eric Reed back in. They let him play. But, I mean, can he still play? Absolutely. But do they want him? Because they feel as though he's going to be someone's going to affect that bottom line. That's what it boils down to, is the money.
Exactly. Regardless of what you believe, the NFL is a business. And if you affecting my ability to make money in my business, I'm gonna get rid of it.
So is there can you? I guess it's kind of the same way we look at artists and the like Bill Cosby and his mishaps and everything like that.
You call that mishaps?
Wrongdoings?
Yeah, that's
okay.
better than mishaps.
All right.
He didn't mistakenly root for those women.
It might start as a mistake. He might mistakenly did that and then ran with it.
I tripped in the roofie fell in your drink, but since you passed out, might as well do my thing.
That might have been what his plan was, but we won't get to other subject anyway. So, like, kind of like the same way, like you would like. It's like, do you want to protest the NFL, or how can you protest the NFL but you still want to enjoy the sport, or like knowing that they blackballed a player or a few players, can you still enjoy the sport in a sense?
Again, you can protest the company for their misgivings and their wrongdoings if you like, but you have to determine within yourself whether or not it's worth it. Like, say, I'm giving up watching the NFL because what they did to this one player, but then you run into that gray area of what about all of the other players who get screwed over in different ways? And you're not addressing any of those issues, but you just want to address this one guy who's up in the forefront who got screwed over as opposed to the other hundreds who get fucked up from playing the game, just playing the game normally, and then get absolutely no repercussions after they leave the league. Yeah,
because they like their benefits after they stop playing, they don't get hardly anything.
Yeah, it's you out of the league, you're done.
Yeah, because I was thinking the other day because I went to a game last year. Was it last year? Yeah, I went to a game last year, and around that time nobody protested, so it wasn't a big thing no more. It wasn't even a discussion, but it just makes me wonder. Like, I don't like what they did to Kaepernick, but should I even be watching the game? Should I be supporting in any kind of way?
Right, and that's everybody who feels that way, you have to determine that one for yourself.
Yeah, I'm just in that struggle. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I do enjoy watching football. I'm not a diehard fan of any team, but I just enjoy it. I enjoy watching it. So, but it's always like lingering in my mind, like,
I guess I'm the greatest protester because I don't watch any games.
You don't watch any sport. So, I mean,
I stand firm in my resolute belief.
This happened today. So I think I don't know what to really think of it, the deal, until some more information is fleshed out and details are given. Like, it's been like a little article sprinkled here and there. Like, he said that Jermaine Dupri came out and said that it was said to him, Jay-Z told him not to do a Super Bowl deal, something similar to what he was doing, and then that's like not the case at all, from what came out recently as well.
Right. I mean, you pointed me to the articles where other individuals were saying that that's what Jermaine Dupri said, but until Jermaine Dupri would come out and say that that's what I said, it was pretty much hearsay. Yeah. So, I mean, Jay-Z is a big influence. I don't know how big of an influence he can have on somebody not. Well, he probably can. Someone not doing it. How big of an influence do we believe that Jay-Z is on social change? What has he been doing up until this point that says that him and Rock Nation can make this, and the NFL can make this effective change that they saying that they're going to be making?
Well, he did help out Meek Mill when he was going through his when he was in prison. He helped him with getting a legal team together, and Meek Mill had befriended Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots. So him and Jay-Z were in those rooms together.
That same guy that got busted in the massage happy endings thing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good.
So, man, you like what you like.
So, as long as they were willing to do it here, baby, I'll pay them a little money, baby.
Right, you got will and deal. So, he's done that. And this is all, Jay-Z's, I think, been more, Jay-Z and the Rock Nation have been more visible doing these kind of things. So, he's helped out Meek Mill. He's helped out Lil Wayne with his taxes. And then recently, when 21 Savage
continue to help out a bunch of millionaires to keep their $1 million money?
Ain't that what millionaires do, though?
But how does that affect social change?
Good point. So, I mean, because he helped out 21 Savage with his, because he was deported, he's about to get deported. He got arrested by ICE, because apparently he was born in Europe? Somewhere in Europe?
UK,
yeah. So he's actually a citizen of the UK. So he helped out get a legal team and him together as well. So, but yeah, he's helping out other. He's helping out other
millionaires continue to just be millionaires. Really affecting.
You gotta protect the money so they don't get poor like us.
Yeah,
that's real fucked up, ain't it?
Trickle down economics,
right?
I'm gonna help these other rich folks, and they're gonna start helping the poor folks. Win-win.
Right, that'll happen. So, I mean, that's what I thought of as far as like I guess how big of a hand he has in social reform. So
yeah, that's what I want to figure out.
I heard one time that I don't know how believable this is not or how true it is, but when the Baltimore riots happened, a lot of people got arrested. Of course, apparently him and Beyonce paid everybody's bail that were arrested.
I'll have to look into that.
Right, I don't know how true that is.
That seems so far-fetched.
Right, I'm not sure that is because
if that was the case, there'd be a shrine in downtown Baltimore to Beyonce and Jay-Z. Ain't nobody erect no statues for them motherfuckers.
Right, so I don't know.
So I'll have to do some research before I just up and believe that.
That's what I heard. That's what the streets was saying. It wasn't with WJZ. So, and how you also one thing that came up too in this whole conversation was that Colin Kaepernick really can't protest anything because he's not a full black person.
You sent me the article where the guy said that, and that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You can't have a full black experience because you want a full black. He looked black enough to me. Yeah, well, I seen him before this even happened. I never questioned he was how much black is in him. You know, he looked like somebody we went to high school with, light skinned guy. You know, regular looking black guy. It's weird. This is also a product of the continued racism in America, whether black people want to admit to it or not. But we grade your blackness on the spectrum. Yes. So mixed race to full black. Again, this is a product of racism because there was a delineation in duties and tasks based off of your skin tone. And it kind of carries on through the culture. But to feel that somebody can't have the same struggle as you because they ain't as black as you. My older brother is the highest yellow man I've ever seen that I know. He is black as shit. And he has had the same black experience growing up in the hood as I have. And anybody said, you know what, okay, you so light that we ain't gonna treat you like one of these other Negroes. He ain't never get that. So that whole idea that he can't have a black experience because he ain't full black is the dumbest shit in the world. Whoever said it needs to be mollywopped. Yeah, I've heard two commentators. I've seen one recently, the article, the guy I sent you, named Marcellus Wiley, is another commentator. Then he said it, he's like, I can't remember his name now, but he said it right around the time the protests were happening. And he's like, he really can't, talk about this. He's not even he's not full black. He don't know what it was like to get followed when he's walking in the store. And I'm like, yo, that's fucked up. You said that, and you're two shades darker than him. Right the hell. We shouldn't put anybody down and say, well, you're not full black, or you're not all the way black, or you may not know what it feels like to have the same experience I might have had or you might have had, but we can't put each other down like that. And you may just have the same experience regardless. In a different way. I walk up to Colin Kaepernick, I ain't saying, yeah, you look mixed race, I'm going to treat you a little nicer. Motherfucker, you black. Right, exactly. So we got to get out of that mindset. That's a whole nother conversation within itself. So right, yeah, black folks. Yeah, you gotta get over that. The struggle is real regardless of your skin tone. Absolutely. So I've experienced racism every now and then, and I'm a few shades lighter than Stefan. A few. I ain't high yellow, but I ain't that far to it. So just a few. But your struggle ain't been as real as mine, because you ain't as dark as me. Or maybe it's because you ain't grow up in the projects like I did. That's probably why. It was mine. Yeah, it had nothing to do with your skin tone. Because if you grew up in my projects, you got treated the exact same. I came out strong. Maybe. The verdict is still out. So, what other question I have?
So I guess it's a one-off. I guess the narrative they have is like, is either on Colin's side or Jay-Z's side. Would there be any benefit if Colin Kaepernick was to side with, or if he was partnered with Jay-Z from the beginning? Would there be any benefit to it?
And then, if you got to look at the hypocrisy here. Yeah, they say you got to pick a side, but if Colin Kaepernick were to, partner up with Jay-Z, then they would call him a sellout. They say you still teaming up with the NFL, the league that, destroyed your career, that blackballed you. So no matter what he does, he would get called out on it.
I can see that. I definitely see that.
There's not a win-win in that scenario.
And another thing too, there's a rumor that Jay-Z was going to be part of owner of an NFL team. The NFL came out and said no, it's not the case at all, because a lot of people were the NFL players were saying that his partnership doesn't make sense unless he's going to help Colin get a job.
Why though? Why is it his duty? I mean, granted, well, you say according to all of his altruism, it's to help millionaires get out of their issues. So maybe he will help Colin Kaepernick get a job. But the fact is, Colin Kaepernick is okay
as a player. Oh, you talking about overall situation?
Yeah, overall, he don't need no help.
Yeah,
I mean, he got a pretty lucrative multi-million-dollar shoe deal with Nike, so he's set.
Yeah, I don't.
And he had the benefit of not having to completely fuck his body up to do it.
Yeah, he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be all right. I mean, I think he got a book. He has a book coming out, so that book deal is probably gonna be very lucrative for him. He's probably gonna produce some things like most people do when they get out of the NFL or any football, any sports league. They get to a lot of different things. So
yeah, he's fine. He doesn't need Jay-Z to back him up and go to bat for him at this point in his career/life.
So. Like I said, I wish Colin Kaepernick the best of luck. I look forward to see what Jay-Z does, and I don't know what he's going to do with social justice reform within the NFL, but I'll read about it.
Yeah, I said doing all of the research into this topic, and after you presented it to me, I came to the very stark conclusion about the Jay-Z deal, Roc Nation, and the outburst. In the fallout, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I give a little bit of. I don't give a little bit of a fuck. I don't give a little bit of a fuck. So.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's real. It's like, Jay-Z just want to make his money. Let that man make his money. He ain't hurt nobody.
Yeah, what he do don't benefit me none. So.
Yep, the NFL got other issues that they need to work on other than social justice reform.
Oh, who's gonna play at the Super Bowl this year?
Right.
So
yeah.
So let's let that be the focus. Stop worrying about what he doing, and let's worry about the things they lacking in, as far as an overall brand and company themselves, the NFL
as an organization,
right?
Yeah,
we pointed out already, so let's go rehash it one more time. Domestic violence
in general,
drug possession, drug usage, drug possession with the players. What else?
And the overall destruction of the human body that these players go through on a regular basis.
That, and there was one more thing we touched on.
I think that was pretty much all of it.
Something about illegal hand jobs.
That's not an NFL problem.
Oh, that's that man problem.
Yeah, so I think that's about covered.
Okay.
You give a little bit of a fuck, I give no fucks.
And that's where we come to an agreement at.
So is that it?
That's it.
All right. Well, that's our show for today. As you can see, this is my feelings. I don't give a fuck.
I gave a little bit just to talk about it. So these are the type of conversations me and Stefan have. I pull him into something, and he be like, oh, "Why?"
That's how I felt when I started reading about it. So as always, let's go through the spiel again. Check us out on YouTube. Hit us up on our Gmail, yourfavoritefatboys@gmail.com. Get us on your Spotify, on your SoundCloud, on your iTunes, on your Google Music Play. We there. You listening to us. We see it. We see the view counts going up. He appreciates it.
Keep doing it.
All right. Peace out.
Thanks for listening.